Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kevin DeSilva, and I want to welcome you to lesson 1 of the Twitter Tribe Building Challenge, which is how to target retweeters, how to target the people that are retweeting the messages, the content of your competitors, literally the people building the brand and spreading the message for your competitors. So the first thing is, what is a retweet, right? What is a retweet? So here's the deal. The way this works is person A tweets something out, right? So they post something to Twitter, whatever it is, and then person B sees that tweet and says, you know what? I like that. That's a really cool statement. Or maybe they go check out the link and maybe it's a blog post or it's a video and they say, wow, that's really great. I want to share that with my followers. So person B hits the link that says retweet, which means they repost that same exact tweet and share it with all of their followers. And it looks something like this. So here you could see a picture I took of just some people that retweeted my stuff, right? So here you could see Diana over there. I had sent out, you could see there, at Kevin DeSilva, semicolon. Now, what people do is they take what you posted. So what I posted was the VIP 002 - building relationships ... not numbers - viralizers link, which is a buffer link, and then via at Kevin DeSilva. Well, that's what I originally posted. So you can see that what Diana did was she created a new post, right? She created a new tweet and she put RT in capital letters. That's to signal this is a retweet. And then she put semicolon. Then in quotes there, she put at Kevin DeSilva to let everyone know I'm retweeting this. And it was originally posted by at Kevin DeSilva, semicolon, and then the actual tweet. And the next one, you see Mary there. Mary did almost the same exact thing. She put RT for retweet, and then she put at Kevin DeSilva, semicolon, and then the exact thing that I posted, which was new post, tribe building. The money is in the tribe building, not list building. Viralizers, and that's a Facebook link. And the next one, you see George there. George, same exact thing. So you can see how this works. Now, here's the thing, though. You see what I did there? I delayed the capture of this image so that I could capture what happens when I hover my mouse over any post. So when you're on Twitter, if you hover your mouse over any given tweet that's in your timeline there or the news feed, you'll see that these, little links pop up underneath. And you could see over there, it says expand, reply, retweet, favorite, and more. Now you could see that there's a star in the right corner over there. Those stars mean that I hit the favorite link. So you could see there, instead of saying favorite this, it says favorited. So meaning I already hit the favorite link on that post. And the reason I did it was so that I could put them all into one column so I could take this picture for you. Now, all you would have to do if you want to retweet somebody else's stuff is hover your mouse over what they posted and click on that retweet link, and it'll instantly retweet it. Now, when you retweet something, you have nothing to do. All you have to do is click on the retweet link. You'll get a pop-up that'll say, do you want to retweet this? You click on the retweet button and boom, it gets sent out to all of your followers. Now, think about the power of this, okay? This is someone that is taking what you posted out and sharing it with all of their followers. Now, don't fall victim to the people who say, oh, you only want the people that have, 10,000, 20,000 followers. That's baloney, okay? I want everybody. I don't care if you have 10 followers. If you retweet my stuff, I'm going to appreciate it, okay? I don't care if you have no followers. I'm still going to appreciate the fact that you're retweeting my stuff. You know why? Because somebody that today has no followers could be somebody that's just getting started, but you never know in a year from now, in 6 months from now, how valuable that person can end up becoming, okay? You don't know in the real world if maybe they write articles for a major magazine in your niche. I mean, there's so many possibilities, and I think we take this for granted online. The fact that we're online, we take for granted the ability that we have to just build relationships with thousands and thousands of people so easily, right? Don't take any person for advantage. I mean, think about it. Some people will complain, oh, I only have 300 fans or 300 followers. I mean, if you held a seminar and you were able to get 300 people to show up to that seminar, wouldn't that be considered a success? Of course it would, right? If you can get a seminar with 300 people in the room, that would be considered a success. However, when it comes to Twitter or when it comes to Facebook, we somehow believe that, oh, unless you have 10,000 people you're speaking to, it doesn't really count. That's baloney. Every single person counts as long as you really build relationships with each one of those people and they really count. You follow me? Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. A lot of people say, oh yeah, but is it worth spending my time talking to George over here or Mary or Diana? Would it be worth my time to speak to them about their dog? Most people would say, oh no, you want to stay on topic. That's not true. It is in most cases. However, not the way we're doing this. Here's why. Understand that you are targeting these folks, okay? You have a set of criteria and you're going out and targeting them, which means for a fact, number one, they're interested in your topic. Number two, they're active. Number three, they're someone who will share your stuff with their followers. So for a fact that they're somebody that will be valuable to your business. So even if you're talking to them about, their dog or how many kids they have, it could be about something that's completely unrelated to your topic, but you're building a relationship with someone that for a fact can help you build your business and build your brand. Does that make sense? If it's someone that you don't know who they are and you're just talking to them about their dog, then yeah, okay, I could see that being kind of maybe a waste of time. I don't think so, but I could see how some people would say that. Not these people, not the people that we target, especially not the retweeters, okay? So let's move on. How do we target nothing but retweeters? What is the steps that you need to take to target the retweeters? It's very simple. I'm going to be showing you in this series, and we're going to have an advanced series, which I'm only going to be teaching to people who join the Viralizers tribe, which is going to be a membership site, and we're going to have a product. And the only reason I'm going to be separating the two and having an advanced series is because some of them are just so powerful. I'm scared for them to get in the hands of spammers. So we're going to be putting that into a membership site instead of just letting everyone have access to it. But believe me when I tell you, this is the most powerful formula of all of them. But what I'm going to be teaching you are viralizer search strings. A search string is a specific string that you search for using the search feature. Now, I'm going to show you how to automate all of this in lesson 3, but for now, I'm going to show you how to do it manually, which is in quotation marks, @ top influencer's username. Now, let me actually go to Twitter and show you how this works. So here I am on twitter.com, right? Now, let's say I was going to go after, marketers. Let's say I wanted to go after marketers. Well, one of the top brands in marketing, right, would be a company like HubSpot. So what I could do is say, okay, I'm going to go after all the people because I know a lot of people are retweeting HubSpot. I'm going to go after all the people retweeting HubSpot stuff. If I wanted to go after people that were interested in social media, I could go after all the people that retweet @ Mashable. Does that make sense? Now, most people, when they do this, they'll come to Twitter, but what they'll search for is they'll come over here and they'll search for, Mashable. They'll just put in the name Mashable. Now, the problem with that is when you search Mashable, number one, all the people are going to come up, right? All the people that are related to Mashable. It's not really going to be the retweeters. It's just going to be Pete Cashmore because he's at Mashable, and it's going to show you the person that's related to that sign. Now, if you come over here and you do a search for @ Mashable, that would work, but look at what it does. It instantly goes back to just Mashable. Here's the trick. What you need to do is you need to put this in quotations. So you put a quote, then you put the @, then you put another end quote, then you got to come over here and see over here where it says search all people for Mashable. Click on that. Then there's one more step. You see how it's showing us all the people related to Mashable? That's not what we want. We want the tweets that are related to Mashable. So over here on the left sidebar, we're going to go to tweets, and then there's one more step. Now, over here, you could see that it's showing us all the results for @ Mashable, which is what we want. Because remember, if you look at the slides right over here, if you look at the slides, oh, that's a different challenge. If you look at the slides over here and we go back to this image, you'll notice that every time somebody retweets me, what do? They put @ my username. So all we have to do is search for @ the username of your competitor, And there you go. All the results are all the people that are retweeting your competitor. Make sense? Now, the only other people that will show up in that column are people that are at replying, meaning having a conversation with that competitor, which is also someone that you want to recruit into your tribe, because those are the movers and shakers. Those are the people that are going to give you feedback and talk to you. These are the viralizer fans. So let's come back. So what you want to do is, because it's showing a Starbucks coffee and, Pete Cashmore, again, it's not the people we really want. What you want to do is come over here and go to all people. You see, what Twitter does is it separates all people from the quote unquote top people. What we want is all people. If we go to all, watch this. Here, look at this. You can see that Julie, 22 seconds ago, retweeted something from via Mashable, @Mashable. Over here, Alien tweeted something 30 seconds ago. Allison retweeted something 30 seconds ago, 38 seconds ago. Z retweeted something. Do you see this? It goes on and on and on. Now look at this. Excellent article. You didn't make the Harlem Shake go viral. Corporations did. @Mashable. These are all of Mashable's retweeters. So what makes Mashable such a popular site? What makes Mashable have so much traffic going to their site? Social media. It's these people right here. These are literally the people that are building the brand Mashable. These are the people that are generating millions and millions of visitors back to Mashable.com. And now you know how to go out and target them and recruit them into your tribe. Now, if you think this is powerful, just wait until I show you how to put this on cruise control and have this happening for you all day, every day. Okay? And every day, you're going to have the people that are coming in at every second. Now, let's come back to the presentation so we can talk a little bit more and I can explain this in even greater detail. So, what makes this so powerful? Well, the first thing is, we know for a fact that these are people that are active as of right now. Okay? When you go after a retweeter, if somebody just retweeted something a few seconds ago, I mean, you cannot find a better person. Not only are they someone who's building the brand of your competitor, they signed into Twitter today. Okay? So you're not going to waste a single seat that you have available on somebody that's not even on Twitter anymore. Every person that you add to your tribe is going to be somebody that literally signs into Twitter every day. Not only do they sign in, but they actually retweet and share stuff. Next, they're guaranteed to be interested in your topic. Why in the world would someone not interested in your topic be on one of your competitors' sites to the point where they even shared an article with all of their followers? Now think about this. Not only do we know they're interested in your topic, we also know that they at least believe all of their followers are also interested in your topic. Now, this is where it gets really deep. Nobody would retweet something to all of their friends if they thought that all of their friends or followers weren't going to like that article. If somebody's a gambler, for example, and they have, 1,000 followers, but if they thought, maybe they're also a Christian and they know that, all their followers are against gambling, are they going to go share an article about gambling with all those 1,000 followers? Of course they're not, because if most of those 1,000 followers were Christians, the gambler is not going to go share with all the Christians, hey, check out this article on gambling, because he knows or she knows that they're not going to like that article. However, if they know for a fact that those people are interested in that topic, then they are going to retweet it. So what this proves to us is if they're willing to share, this article from Mashable or this article from HubSpot or any site or any top user, which I'm going to show you how to target the top users in your market, then you know for a fact that not only are they interested, so are all of their followers, or at least they believe all their followers are interested. Next, they're proven viralizer fans. This is the key. The viralizers formula is broken down into 3 phases. Phase 1, viralizer fans. Phase 2, viralizer sites. Phase 3, viralizer monetizers. So the first thing that we do in the viralizers formula is we target the viralizer fans. Not only do we want to target the viralizer fans, but we also want to become a viralizer fan. Now, there's a ton of training on viralizers.com where you can, catch up on all of that stuff. However, targeting the viralizer fans, we talk about, how you want to target viralizer fans, you want to recruit them. This is how you do it. This is one of the best ways I know how to show you how to go recruit the Viralizer fans. And if you think this is cool, just wait until you see all of the Viralizer strings that I have to share with you. Next, because these people are proven Viralizer fans, what that lets us know is that if you share valuable content, they will viralize it. They will share it with their friends. They are proven Viralizer fans, which means all you have to do is share valuable content. Now, here's the deal. If you're not creating valuable content yet, because valuable content, if you want to create really killer content, it's a skill that needs to be built up, right? So if that's not something that you're doing yet, don't sweat it. What you want to do, and this is, what I just touched on a second ago. Remember I said you want to not only recruit Viralizer fans, you want to become a Viralizer fan. What I mean by become a Viralizer fan is you want to be a person in your community that's sharing articles. If your, market is social media, you want to be the person that's also sharing articles from Mashable and from HubSpot and from all the other top sites in your market. You want to share the content that has been proven to be loved by your market. If you do this, we already know by going to Mashable.com, you look at any of their articles, every one of their articles is being retweeted 3,000, 4,000 times each. So what that means is it's loved by your market. So if you are the first person to retweet an article to your followers, right? So you go to Mashable, you find new articles, and you retweet it out to your audience, your followers. What's going to happen? Chances are all of your followers are going to see it and be like, wow, that's a killer article. And what are they going to do? They're not going to go to Mashable.com to retweet it from there. They're just going to retweet the post that you sent out. And what's that going to look like? When they retweet the post that you created that links to Mashable, what's going to happen is it's going to say via your username. So as people retweet it down the line, your username, your Twitter profile is going to be exposed to all of their followers. So if you go and you find the top content in your market and you just share other people's content, that's what I mean by become a Viralizer fan. Share all the best content in your market. And by the time you start creating killer content and putting it out, if you put out your content, maybe, 1 out of every 10 tweets or posts, guess what? Every time you put something out from you, they're going to share it without even thinking twice about it because they know that you only share valuable stuff. Now, the way to take this to the next level is to communicate with people. Thank them for retweeting your stuff. Start conversations. Really dive into this because I'm telling you right now, the relationships that you build here can last a lifetime, okay? These will become your Viralizer fans that will stay so loyal, and the fact that you're actually talking back to them will just make things so much more powerful for you. It's not even funny. Next, these are also the @repliers, okay? So these are also, you're also going to get the people that are @replying or, replying to your competitors. So some people are going to be the retweeters, but if you want to reply to somebody, you also have to use @username. So when you search for @ your competitor's username, you're going to get the retweeters and the people that are responding to a question or to a survey, right? Maybe somebody tweets out something. Maybe your competitor puts out a question such as, hey, what do you like better, Facebook or Twitter? And people are going to start replying. Well, when they reply, they're going to have @ the username of your competitor. And that's how, it gets replied. That's how they reply to your competitor. Well, you're going to be able to grab all those people, which means you're going to be able to get feedback from these people. These are people that are proven to answer questions. These are people that are proven to give feedback when you ask for it. Again, the most powerful people that you can have in your audience, these are the people that you want. These are them. Okay, so what are the action steps that you need to take next? Number one, you need to make a list of the top influencers in your market. Now, there's a way to do this, and I'm going to be sharing it in the advanced series. And I don't mean to tease you, but I just want to let you know we are going to have a way to do this. I just don't want to share it here because, and again, it all comes back to, these are formulas that are so powerful that, people can start getting spammed, and I don't want that to happen. But, obviously you can figure it out. It's not that difficult to figure out. There's many different ways to find the top influencers in your market. You should know who they are. You need to know all the top blogs in your market. You need to know all the top sites, the top editors in your market. You need to know them by name. If you want to crush it, and I mean you really want to crush it, this is stuff that you just have to do. There's no way around it. people always want to skip this stuff, right? They always want to stay behind the scenes, studying this, studying that. That shit's not going to make you money. You're not going to build your brand. You're not going to build a business hiding behind the scenes, studying. You want to make money. You want to build a brand. Get out there and start interacting with people. Start building your brand recognition, okay? Now, you also need to know who the top influencers are, okay? Find out who the top people in your market are. So if you ask me, who are the top people on social media, I'm going to tell you Chris Brogan, Gary Vaynerchuk. You know, there's going to be all these people. You need to know who they are. Sites like Copy Blogger, Derek Halpern from Social Triggers. You know, you have to know all the sites, problogger.com or .net. You're going to have Darren Rose, right? He's the one that runs stuff over there. You not only need to know the name of the sites, but you also need to know who the editors are. Who are the people that are editing, right? Who's the editor at that site? The reason you want to know that is because you want to be following them on Twitter. You want to be interacting with them, meaning acknowledge them so that they acknowledge you. So retweet their stuff, reply to their questions, become their viralizer fan. When you do that, they'll acknowledge you. When they acknowledge you and you go to submit a guest post to their site in a few weeks or a few months from now, guess what the chances of them actually reading your submission is? It's going to be increased by tenfold or more. Because they're going to recognize your name. They're going to recognize you because they've acknowledged you. Why? Because you acknowledge them. And I know we're going over a lot of stuff right now, but when it comes down to it, it's very simple. Just go make friends with people, right? That's all there is to it. All I'm trying to say here is interact with the people that we recruit into your tribe. So again, number one, go make a list of the top influencers in your market. Find out who they are and put them on a list. You're not just going to use them for this challenge. You're going to use it over and over and over again. Next, go to their sites and find the follow us on Twitter button. It's very simple. If you want to find out somebody's username, all you have to do is go to their website and then go and find, somewhere on the site, just about every website nowadays has the follow us on Twitter button somewhere. Now, even if they don't, they're probably most likely going to have at least the retweet this button on a blog post. When you click on that button, right? So go to their site, click on the, retweet this button. And then when you retweet it, usually the post is going to be pre-written for you. Well, it's also going to have via @ in the username of the person whose post you're retweeting. Do that, and that's how you can get their username. Next, take down their username. So obviously you want to write down their username and then go to Twitter and search for the viralizer string. Now, again, I'm going to be showing you how to automate this, but until then, I want you to do this manually. Now, the reason I want you to do this manually is because we want Twitter to see you coming there, signing in, being active. As long as you're active every day on Twitter, or at least, maybe not every day, but every day. Anybody can take 10 seconds per day to go sign into Twitter, retweet a couple people, reply to some people that said, hey, thanks for following me. It's not that difficult, okay? As long as you're being active and signing in yourself, you can automate things on the side. So you can automate the process of recruiting people into your tribe as long as you're there actually greeting them and talking with them, as long as there's some activity happening that is manual, okay? If all you have is the autopilot stuff, they're going to suspend your account. Now, let me show you what I mean by click on Save Search to bring it up automatically. So you'll notice over here when I come to the search bar and first of all, let me show you how to do this. All you want to do is see all these people that retweeted this. If I click on this person's link, you see how it brings me to their site? To their profile? It's a pop-up. So I can click on this and say, follow this person. Now look. See how I'm already following this person and they're already following me? Now, I didn't even know that was going to happen. But the chances are a lot of these people I'm going to be already following or they're going to be following me. Now, if I'm not following them yet, this person doesn't speak English, so I'm not going to follow them. But if I'm not following them yet, all I need to do is click on the follow button. That's all there is to it. That's all you need to do. You follow me? It's not that difficult. So do this and add about 10 to 15 people per day manually and do this for a while. Now, here's what I mean by save the search. So when you search for this, so that you don't have to go through all the steps that we just went through, all you have to do is right here, you see this gear? Click on that and see where it says save search. Save it, okay? So if I click on save search, watch what happens. What's going to happen is if I come to the search bar and I take this out, you'll see that right here, before I've even typed anything in, just by putting my cursor in that search bar, here's all the things that I've searched before and I've saved. So you can see here that it has in quotation marks @Mashable. So all I have to do from now on is come over here to the search bar, click in there, click on this, boom. It's going to do the search for me. It's going to bring me right back to that page. Then all I have to do is click on the all people, not just the top people, click on all people, and boom, there's all my retweeters. You follow me? How simple was that? So that's all you have to do. So do this for a while, and then in lesson 3, I'll show you how to automate this. Just remember, don't push it, okay? Make sure you actually sign in. Now, we just got a few more things to cover, and then that'll be it for this video. So let's start here. So in the next Twitter tribe building lesson, here's what we're going to be covering. How to target the buyers in your market. So if you think this is powerful, wait until I show you how to target the buyers in your market. I'm also going to be showing you how to find the hottest conversations in your market. A lot of people don't know how to use Twitter, right? They go to Twitter and they just post something and just send it out to all of their followers thinking, please let somebody respond. That's not the way to use Twitter. I didn't know this before. I'm going to show you how to get in on all the hottest conversations. And when I show you how to do this, you're never going to want to leave Twitter again, okay? When I show you how to jump in on conversations that are about something that's going on right now, you're going to love it. See, Facebook is so much, there's a lot of general conversations going on, right? People are just talking about general stuff. Twitter, however, when you know how to target and zone in on a specific conversation about one topic, everybody in that conversation is talking about that same thing. Wait until you really, shine the light on this, and then you'll get it. Next, how to find the buyers in your market. So that's so powerful, I think I had to put it twice. And so much more. Okay, so obviously that was supposed to be something else, but I'm going to be showing you a ton of stuff. How to find the buyers, how to find the people that attend webinars, and so much more. So that's it for this video. So again, go take action right now. You should see some type of a link underneath this that will bring you to something that will show you all the steps that you need to take. Go take those steps. Don't delay. Do this every single day. Take 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, and go follow 10 or 15 people, okay? Now, here's the way I want you to look at this, and we'll end with this. The way I view success is waking up every day better off than I did yesterday. That's all we need to do. That's all we can do in this world, right? Is work our ass off, hustle to the max. And then, as long as we're waking up every single day better off than we did yesterday, then we did something worthwhile the day before. Now, I can promise you that if every day you wake up and your tribe is bigger, you've accomplished something, okay? If you continue to do that every single day, I promise you, in a year from now, in 2 years from now, you'll be set. Think about it. So a lot of people don't want to do things. A lot of people want to go from 0 to 1 million overnight. That's not going to happen. If you want the people that are going to promise you that shit, this is not the place for it, because I'm not going to tell you that. This is the place you're going to get realistic business building, realistic goals, realistic terms, realistic formulas that are going to work. And if you just implement them every day, slowly but surely, but I promise you, you're going to continue to build your audience, and it's going to build up faster and faster and quicker and quicker and quicker. And then you will get there. All these stories that you hear about people having success overnight, they don't tell you that they hustled for 7 years without success to get to the point where they had enough brand recognition, they had a big enough list, a big enough tribe, enough relationships over the years that they had forged. That's what really did it for them, not the formula that they're teaching you. This right here is how you build those relationships. This right here is how you build that tribe. This right here is how you build your business. That's it for this video. My name's Kevin Da Silva. I'll see you on the next lesson.